We signed João Felix on loan for 11 million euros, which I think averages out to about 500,000 per match that we're paying for him to play. And he gets sent off, which really just sums up how our season is currently going. I think he was obviously he did do very well in that game. The offsides are a bit of an issue, but I think that's mainly just down to the other players noticing the runs a bit too late or whatever. So his offsides are a bit of an issue, but he was our best player when he was on the ball. However, he did get sent off, and now he is out for the next 3 games. It was a straight red, so he's out for the next 3 games. And I think this really does show the tactical difference between Thomas Tuchel and Graham Potter. And I'm not saying that I back either one of them. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have sacked Tuchel, because obviously he was a great coach. But I am saying that I am fearful for this season. I know I've not got a face cam on, but if you could see me right now, I am very fearful for this season. Like you can see the worry in my eyes. Obviously not a good performance. You know, we conceded first. Like we were the first team to concede in the game. From Willian as well, ex Chelsea. Spent, I think it was 7 years. Let me just check that real quick. Yep, it was 7 years that he spent with us. He didn't celebrate when he scored, so you know, showed a bit of class, of course. I say that like he wouldn't otherwise. Willian scored, of course. I think he was trying to get the goal all fucking game. To be fair to him, I don't blame him for doing it. João Felix was trying to get a goal all game. I think Lewis Hall as well was also trying to get a goal. He's still trying to get his debut goal. He's been trying for a few games now. But we have lost again. And now that is, let me very quickly check here. That is 2 losses in a row. I mean, but that's 3 games in a row where we've not picked up max points. We had the draw against Forest, then we lost to City, and we lost today. So the last time that we won a game was on the 27th of December. We haven't won a Premier League game this year yet, and it's 12 days in. We're nearly halfway through January now, and we haven't won a game. We haven't actually won a game at all this year, regardless of what competition it is. And that is the second time Fulham beat Chelsea in Premier League history. Now, do I still back Potter? By the tiniest of margins, yes. It is getting difficult though, I will not lie. I'm still one of those people that believes when we get rid of all the deadwood in the club, when we make some signings, it's mainly just when we get rid of the dead club, you know, when we get rid of the players that don't care anymore, that don't want to be there, they're not playing for the badge or for the manager, blah blah. When they're not there anymore, it will be better. I do still believe that. Is Graham Potter the man for that though? I don't know. It is getting difficult to back him. Let's have a look at our games real quick. Is he out of his depth? I think you probably have you do have a strong argument for saying he's out of his depth right now. Because you have to remember, Thomas Tuchel did take us at about this point 2 years ago, and he took us from 10th, which we currently are this season, to 4th. And he went on a 15-game unbeaten streak. I think that was in all competitions, not just the league. And right now we're on a 15-game losing streak, pretty much. It might as well be. So our next games are Palace, which you'd think would be 3 points to us. Liverpool, which you'd think would be 1 point, hopefully. Fulham again, but that's at home, which you'd think would hopefully be 3 points. West Ham away would hopefully be at least 1 point. And then Dortmund, which I'm honestly not expecting to go very well at this rate. Obviously, we want to win all of them, but thinking realistically with how the season's going, some of these you expect 3 points. Some of them you hope to get away with one. Yeah. The season goes from bad to worse. Can I back Potter? It's getting very difficult. I'll put it that way. It is getting very difficult to back Potter. It's getting very difficult to see Bowley's vision right now. I don't know, maybe he has glasses. I mean, he does occasionally wear glasses, actually, doesn't he? Sunglasses, I mean. Maybe he has glasses on most of the time, so we've got different vision. For me, Thomas Tuchel was the man for the job, but clearly clearly Todd Bowley sees something that we don't. Although TalkSport, Simon Jordan did mention that he met Todd Bowley, and Todd Bowley told him why he fired Thomas Tuchel, and Simon Jordan said that he would have done the same thing and been even quicker. So yeah, overall, not happy with the game. João Felix was great. You know, he was offside a bit too much for my liking, but he was fantastic regardless. Best player on the pitch for us. But he was not. How do I even put it? He got sent off for a dangerous tackle, I think it was. It was a straight red as well. It wasn't even 2 yellows, it was a straight red. We had another few players that got yellow carded. It got to a point of when I was thinking, oh, that's a player that made a foul. It's going to be a red, because I can't even remember who's on a yellow and who's not. So in that game, we had we had 3 yellows and 1 red, and there was 3 yellows for Fulham. But it did get to the point of when I was thinking, oh my god, is that going to be a red? Because I forgot which players are on the yellow and which ones aren't. So the season goes from bad to worse. It is very depressing to be a Chelsea fan right now. I'm just hoping that Bowley has a good vision, and it's a vision that's going to pay off in the end. I'm just praying that it's going to pay off in the end. But to be honest, right now, I do not have. I do not have good. I don't have a good outlook. I don't have a lot of hope right now. I still go into the games hoping that we'll win, but it just ends up not being the case. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We desperately need another midfielder and desperately need a right back. And also, I remember in my keep or sell video, I said that we should keep Jorginho. I'm now saying to sell him because he did not clap the away end, which I think is he's a vice captain. He should be clapping the away end. So I think we should definitely sell Jorginho now. It's just depressing. It is just depressing. But that is all that we can. All that we can do is just watch as it happens, really. Because I don't know if there's a lot of chance of Graham Potter being sacked. I think unless we're in the relegation zone, Graham Potter will not be sacked. Which, to be honest, probably a likelihood now that we're in the relegation zone soon. It's probably a likelihood. But that's my reaction for this game. It's just awful. But that is my reaction. Let's see what happens going forward. As you can tell, I'm just fucking upset. See you on the next one. Let's just see what happens going forward, I guess. See you on the next one. Peace out.